Vesseltano here, and it's time for a review of this new Sleep Token album. Hello and welcome everybody, it's me, Vessel from Sleep Token. You are a garden and I can't see with this thing on. Anyway, Sleep Token finally dropped their highly anticipated album, Even in Arcadia. And I gotta say, it's better than Take Me Back to Eden. Let's get into it. Alright, so, opening track, Look to Windward. This song sounds like it belongs on This Place Will Become Your Tomb, which is my favorite Sleep Token album and my favorite album of all time. I think that song flows so well with the huge build-up, with the violins and the synths, and the vocals are so dramatic, and then it explodes, and I think that's when the song should end, and then there's a random trap beat part, and then there's piano, and then there's more guitars, I'm pretty sure, and then the song ends. It sounds like Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb era, and I think it probably should have ended right after the climax of the build-up, but that's just me. I do enjoy that song quite a bit, though. Now, the first single, Emergence, when I did my reaction to it, I wasn't that big of a fan of it, but it definitely grew on me, and I think it's a great song now. And I do appreciate that the trap beat section doesn't last longer than it does, which I'm still not that big of a fan of, but it sounds good. So Sleep Token heard me criticize the trap part in Emergence and decided to go full rap in track number 3, Past Self. Oh man, dude. Probably my least favorite Sleep Token song, next to Do You Wish That You Loved Me. Past Self is just, why, dude? It's not even a typical Sleep Token staircase song, because it's kind of similar to Dark Signs in that aspect, but except the beats on Dark Signs were so tastefully created, and it sounds like there was so much effort put into them. The trap beats here just sound like a splice sample that they just shoved into the session, was like, alright Vessel, try rapping in a really bad manner. Although, what saves this song slightly are the lyrics, and I gotta say, throughout this entire album, the lyrics are absolutely phenomenal. I'm not really sure what they mean. I mean, I can tell on a couple of the songs. The imagery in their lyrics is absolutely insane. I can create a really beautiful picture based on a lot of their lines. But Past Self, dude, I don't know how many times I have to say this, but Vessel needs to stop trying to rap because it just doesn't sound good. Track number 4, Dangerous. So this song sounds like a Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb song, except it's a lot more forgettable. Don't hate me, don't hate me. I think it's a good song, it has good melodies, but it just sounds like they've made the song before. Oh, actually, you know what this song sounds like? It sounds like Rain, which I'm not that big of a fan of. I don't really remember what it sounds like. I've listened to this album 3 times today, by the way, just so I could have a lot of material to talk about, and I could not judge this based on my first listen. I remember Dangerous had a pretty decent chorus, and it was a bit of a staircase song. It had like the boom clap things that the last record had, but all in all, it's a decent track. I probably just need to listen to it more. Track number 5, Caramel. I reacted to this with my best friend Sean. Caramel is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. The reggaeton beats are just so funny. It's just overall a fun song, but then you listen to the lyrics and you're like, wow, Vessel doesn't really appreciate this toxic fan base. And to be honest, as a longtime Sleep Token fan, I don't either. I absolutely love Caramel, and I love how that song flows and how the breakdown just comes out of nowhere, and then there's like that deathcore breakdown. Some people are calling that black gaze. Just because it has blast beats doesn't make it black gaze. Track number 6, Even in Arcadia. So this is the song with, it makes sense because it's the title track, that they teased on the website, like with the sheet music, and then it was also their promo audio as well, the intro to the song. But I think this is actually one of the most emotional Sleep Token songs, and I really like how there aren't any trap beats or actually any full band instrumentation. It's just a piano ballad that sounds so epic, and Vessel sounds so good on this track. And that last line, that grit to his voice that I haven't heard since Bloodsport, absolutely insane. This track is incredible. I love the title track, and it's a perfect midway part to the album as well. Track number 7, Provider. This song is 6 minutes long, and I feel like it should be 3.5. He says, I want to be a provider at least 20 times in the song, dude. It's not a bad song, I just feel it should be a lot shorter than it actually is. And it just feels like quiet section, rap beats, breakdown, quiet section, rap beats, breakdown, quiet section, and then it just goes over and over and over again. And that's another song that people are calling baby making metal. Like, bro, stop calling Sleep Token a baby making metal band, because they're not. And I'm gonna go as far as to say that Sleep Token isn't a metal band. They don't have a genre, they just do everything. A breakdown here and there. Provider is another song. I feel the same way about Provider than I do about Dangerous. It's a good song, but it's just sort of empty. Track number 8, Damocles. This is by far my favorite song on this album, and my favorite song that Sleep Token has released post This Place Will Become Your Tomb. This song is incredible. It is beautiful. It doesn't try any of the genre blending stuff. It's just a straight staircase, fun, heartbreaking Sleep Token song, and I absolutely love it for that. It sounds like it belongs on This Place Will Become Your Tomb. It sounds like it belongs on Sundowning. It almost even sounds like it belongs on the 1 or 2 EPs, actually. Damocles is a perfect song, and that really bumps this album up. Track number 9, Gethsemane. I hope I'm saying that right. Wait, actually, let me see.
Gethsemane.
Alright, Gethsemane. That is the 9th song. This one is... I want to say it's my favorite non-single, because Infinite Baths is next, but we'll get to that. It's a really good song. I really like Gethsemane. The lyrics are iffy at times, like the naked line is a little odd, and I think this was the song that he said "good girl" on, and I'm like, all right, man, back it up. Incel music. I'm sorry. This has some really cool, almost Bill Murray-esque single coil guitars in it. People are calling this song like math rock, like Polyphia. I wouldn't go that far because it's not as mathy, but it does remind me, the guitars in that first section do remind me a lot of Bill Murray, which is great because I love Bill Murray, and it makes sense because Gabby from Bill Murray did saxophone on Emergence, and they toured with Bill Murray as well, so it kind of makes sense that they were influenced stylistically. I think this song is great. It builds up to that climax, again, kind of like Look To Windward did. It builds up so well. And then there's a random trap beat at the end. Why? Why? But nevertheless, honestly, I think the trap beat section works in this song because I feel like there's more soul to the beats than the rest of the album. And it does that section does remind me of something like Dark Signs or even Descending. Descending is by far my favorite Sleep Token song with trap beats in it. And we finally get to the album closer, number 10, Infinite Baths. Okay, so we had Bloodsport to close off Sundowning. Beautiful song. Missing Limbs to close off This Place Will Become Your Tomb. Heartbreakingly beautiful song. We had Euclid to close off Take Me Back to Eden, which I think Euclid is by far the best song on that album. And then we had Infinite Baths to close this one off. It starts out so beautifully, and the ambience in the chorus where he says Infinite Baths reminds me of the intro of When the Bow Breaks. The song flows so well, and then he starts screaming out of nowhere, and the last 3 minutes are probably some of the heaviest Sleep Token yet. And I think this song is great. It's a battle between this song and Gethsemane for my favorite non-single on this album. But the only thing I don't like about that song is that it's a fade out. Like, okay, first of all, how do you end the song with that breakdown? But on the other hand, why does it have to be a fade out, bro? It's like they're trying to copy Take Me Back to Eden. But I'm not hating. I love Sleep Token, and I respect and will support everything they put out. I think this album is a step in the right direction for them. I think it took what Take Me Back to Eden did and did it a little bit better, but it did it not that better. I've come to terms with the fact that Sleep Token is never going to be the Sleep Token that I love. Sundowning, This Place Will Become Your Tomb, 1 and 2. I love 1 and 2 EPs. Like, those EPs are so good. They're so overlooked. And I mean, I love the raw Sleep Token sound while George Lever was producing them, but I do respect them trying to grow stylistically and songwritingly, if that's a word. This album really feels like Vessel really getting it out, and I really respect that, and I just want to give Vessel a hug, man. But Vessel, whoever you are, wherever you are, we got a lot of fans here that love you. A lot of this album might not resonate with me, but that's okay. It's definitely gonna find its audience. Like if you look on the YouTube videos and look at all the comments on the YouTube videos for these, they're all praising it. So I'm not worried that this is gonna find their audience. But for me, there are some moments on this album that just don't work at all, and the entirety of Past Self as well. I hate to say this, but I'm feeling a strong 5 to a light 6 on this. Transition, did you give this album a listen? Did you love it? Did you hate it? You're the best, you're the best. And yeah, man, that's pretty much it.